Three women who allege they were indecently assaulted and sexually harassed by Craig McLachlan during the 2014 production of the Rocky Horror Show say they are disappointed with the production company's response. Production firm Gordon Frost Organization GFO said it was not aware of any details of the allegations until yesterday and that no complaint had been made to producers in 2014. But Christy Whelan Brown, one of the women who alleged McLachlan indecently assaulted her, told 7.30 that wasn't the case. That is untrue. There were two people in management that I spoke to directly and I can't imagine they could look me in the face and say those conversations never happened, she said. GFO said it was shocked to learn of allegations against Craig McLachlan while he was involved in the Rocky Horror Show in 2014. We will be conducting a full internal investigation and will cooperate fully with authorities, it said. Angela Scundi and Erica Hainitz, who also made allegations against McLachlan, said they were disappointed by GFO's response. It's quite shocking to be honest, Scundi told 7.30. Incredibly disappointing for the industry as a whole, not just for me personally or for Christy and Erica, but for the entire entertainment industry. GFO are a giant. They are known for having a monopoly over the musical theatre industry. So it's incredibly disappointing that they can so easily deny. Not even an apology. I think it's quite shocking and unfortunately unsurprising. Hainitz said it is this response that drove us to tell our story in the media. For GFO to say they had no details of the complaint prior to our going to the media is not true, Hainitz said. Our first letter through our lawyers provided a bullet point list of explicitly inappropriate behavior by Craig McLachlan. This was more than enough detail for GFO to recognize that our complaints warranted investigation. But instead they threatened to sue us for defamation. Media player space to play, M2, mute, left and right to seek. McLachlan has strenuously denied all the allegations. He described the women's allegations about the 2014 production as baseless, vicious and outrageous and said that he had spoken to crew members from the time who did not recall such events. Frankly, they seem to be simple inventions, perhaps made for financial reasons, perhaps to gain notoriety. In either event, they are to the best of my knowledge utterly and entirely false, McLachlan said in an email to the ABC. I am, and have been at all relevant times, in a stable relationship with my long-term partner. Victoria Police have confirmed they're investigating reports of sexual offences from two of the women. GFO announced yesterday that McLachlan would play no further part in the current production. Whelan Brown said she was glad. I feel relieved for the females in that cast that he's gone from that position, she said. I think that would never have happened if we hadn't come forward. We tried to not come forward, I want that to be known. We tried to go to GFO and handle this privately. But we came forward and the result is there. These women are safe, so we did the right thing. Whelan Brown and Scundi said members of the 2014 cast and crew had reached out to them since they went public. I've been contacted by a lot of my previous castmates, bar I think two, and they've all showed support or solidarity, Whelan Brown told 7.30. I've also been contacted by crew members who said we're sorry we never spoke out then, but we will speak out now. Two crew members of the 2014 production, one male and one female, contacted police yesterday. A passage McLachlan penned for a biography about Molly Meldrum has meanwhile revealed he played a provocative practical joke on Meldrum from backstage when he was a Rocky Horror Show cast member. The anecdote has taken on new significance after the sexual misconduct allegations, which include claims McLachlan indecently assaulted women by touching them from backstage and behind sets. In Meldrum's 2016 book How Well, Nobody's Perfect, McLachlan authors an anecdote in which he recounts the time Meldrum filled in for Red Simmons as narrator of the show in the early 90s. McLachlan wrote in the book he decided to play a joke on Meldrum during a 1100 p.m. late show on a Friday. At one stage during the show, I would fall behind the set, where I was hidden from the audience, he wrote. I couldn't help myself this night. As Molly was reading his piece, I glided my 7-inch stiletto heel onto the back of his trouser leg. By the time I got to his knee, the audience could see my shoe. McLachlan writes that he continued up. Molly looked down, ready to give me a good serve, but I had manipulated my dick out of my G-string and was wildly swinging my member, he said. My stiletto is a good 4 inches up his ass and I'm whipping my member around. At this point Meldrum lost his temper at the actor, but McLachlan,